Is that good or bad?
Good. Good weekend.
Oh, me and a different group of friends have been talking about doing a cruise out in like August next year.
Oh, where at?
Down in my it's like leave from Miami and then go to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But I don't know how well the planning's going. I should check actually.
Do I know the people?
There's a few other people going, yeah, but it's mainly like the friend group. But we were told that we can invite friends too, so
I know. Linda wants to go cruise in. Well, it was the Iceland and Northern Europe area, June, July.
hmm
But she was reading that apparently the Iceland and just Northern Europe seas are some of the most dangerous in the world. No, I don't think that. They wouldn't take cruises up there unless they were safe. I mean, the ships are expensive, but it might be less enjoyable, like more of a rocky ride. Not really worried about like that, but might get seasick. So anyway, she's been talking about a Japanese Korea cruise instead. Japan Korea cruise.
I'd be down for those two. Just gotta tell me when.
Well, I'll see if she has picked out time location.
Although I know I'm very split on like a cruise to an extent. Not like a cruise itself, but like if I end up in Japan, then I'm gonna be like I'm not getting back on the boat until, or I just end up like finding a different way back. I don't know.
You could just fly to Japan. You don't have to
Yeah,
go on a cruise there.
I don't like flying long distances to be honest.
Well, we are flying. Probably we would fly to Japan on a cruise. Leave out of southern Japan first, and then go down to
Uh I know that
Iceberg places, and then down to
I know there was
Korea.
I know there was a cruise ship that went from Alaska over to Japan.
Makes sense to me.
So
That's not what we'd be taking though.
no, I know.
I think we only have like a week or two of it. We have like 5 weeks a year, but two are with friends or two are with family, and we already have about 2 weeks, so we have about 1 week left.
Uh huh. It's a very limited options.
Yeah, but we actually haven't spent that much this year. I think turning 52 after starting doing stuff.
That's not bad.
Uh, I think I have like 3 weeks right now. Although I guess we are taking 2 weeks at the end of the week, which is
You cut out slightly.
I said we're taking 2 weeks off due to the year going to Estonia and then Budapest.
Why Estonia and Budapest?
Just pick two countries in Europe on the map that we haven't been to. But
That's fair.
so we're going to Tallinn. They're supposed to have like a great Christmas market, but unfortunately, apparently this year only they are starting to close as of December 27th. They used to close like January 10th, and we'll be there like December 30th. So we missed the market, which is basically their Easter.
It's a bad timing.
Yeah, bad luck. And then Kimmy was like, maybe we go to Russia,
Oh God.
take a day and go to Russia or Finland. I'm like, maybe we don't go to Russia. There's kind of a war there.
Yeah, that until the next until the elections finalized and all that, and even then, it's it's a little questionable to go to Russia right now.
Yeah, definitely questionable.
And I feel like it definitely wouldn't look good for any like security clearances for anyone. At least to me. Like if I went, it would be like okay.
I mean, yeah, the U.S. Department of State says do not travel for Russia. So,
Oh, is it?
my gosh, I mean, it's a dog in the middle of the road. That's sad. Yeah, I mean, citizens are allowed to do what they want, but it's highly advised against. And if you have the clearance, not allowed to do whatever. I'm pretty sure they would say no. You can't do it.
See, I do want to eventually go to Russia, but I wouldn't want to do it at the
Right
moment.
now.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been contemplating it. I've also been contemplating like if once Mitch's lease ends, like before he has to renew a new one, just like asking him if he wants to like live here while house sitting,
No.
and I just travel. Well, because somebody needs to watch the cats, you know. And he likes the cats and gets along with them, so like
How long is he gonna take care of them though?
I don't know. I have contemplated. I've talked about like leaving for a year.
A year. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean the conversion rate for some places is super cheap,
It is.
and depending on how
How much
you,
money do you have saved up that you could just travel from here though? That's quite a lot.
I can,
Or just keep it.
I don't feel like talking about it on stream.
I thought you muted our conversation.
No, they can still hear my side. They just can't hear you.
I see.
I was trying to, respect your privacy.
Fair enough.
The
Oh, I can get fish tacos today for $2.
fish tacos.
Two fish tacos and a shrimp taco.
When I budgeted it out, I found that I could do quite a bit of travel for between 5 to 40K.
Okay, that's a very large range. I'll say that.
Well, it depends on like where I'd want to hit, how long I'd want to stay, what kind of like housing I'd want to stay in. You know,
Makes sense.
would I want to stay in a hostel versus stay in a townhouse or stay in a hotel or rent an apartment? Like
Yeah.
I contemplated like if I went to Japan, staying there for a month, and then just travel around and rent out an apartment.
Rent out an apartment. How much would that cost? Probably pretty cheap.
They're pretty cheap, yeah. I,
Could you keep doing your work, or would you just full time travel?
yeah, I could keep doing the work. Either job, yeah. Any of the three.
Yeah.
Only problem I have right now with the house that I have to deal with is I feel like there might be a foundation issue or a roofing issue, and I might have to get a housing inspector to come out.
Do you have insurance for that?
I do have insurance for it, but if it's a foundation or a roof issue, it's under the HOA.
And what do they do?
So once if I figure out it's like a foundation issue caused by them doing the road repavement, or if it's a house, or if it's a issue based off of the roofing, then they would have to contact insurance, and then insurance would have to basically send out their own investigator, and then
What a bunch of money spent for all that of no work.
Yeah, it's. But I've noticed a lot of cracks around certain areas, and I'm like, eh. Like there's a crack in the master bedroom that goes from like the window side all the way up to the ceiling, and then from the ceiling all the way to the center of the ceiling.
Like on your wall.
On the wall, yeah.
That sounds alarming.
A little bit. There's also a crack in the center hallway that's like straight down the middle, and then it runs into the front room. There's also I'm trying to tell if that's a crack or not, but
Did you do it? Did you do any interior decorating, painting, anything like your mom passed and you fully took over the house?
yeah,
Or you still live the same?
quite a bit of the house has been changed since her departure,
Yeah.
but not any like remodeling.
Like nothing in the house itself, or like not furniture.
So like, hold on one second, I have to make a decision. Um, so like the kitchen had to be remodeled because of the water damage. Um, the electrical had to be redone in a lot of areas because of a thunderstorm, like fucked up a whole bunch of it.
Real?
Yeah.
How'd that happen? You got struck by lightning and it like ran along the wire or something?
So I found out afterwards that um, for whatever reason, whenever whoever did the wiring before didn't ground a whole bunch of the wiring, and so if ungrounded, it just ran right through and went to stuff.
Did it destroy the wiring, or why do it have to be completely redone? And why couldn't you just ground
A bunch,
existing stuff?
a bunch of the wiring was shot and just had to be scrapped. Like
Yeah.
you could tell that the wiring had burns and whatnot.
Oh, fair enough.
So it had to be replaced.
Well, that sounds fun. Kimmy would love to just take a month off and go travel the world. Big static.
I mean, I don't know if
I don't
that's
know how I'd do it with my job, but
I,
that she could very easily do.
I don't know if that's how I'm gonna tackle it, but
Well, if you only have to buy one flight, you save a bunch of money. I mean, if you travel to cheap housing and don't bring too much stuff, then you can eat cheap, you can have cheap lodging, and then your flight, your travel's your main cost. So you minimize that
yeah,
by doing a lot in a row, and you'd save some money. I mean, with my job, I can't really do that, so I don't want to travel cheap. But if you did, so
I wouldn't mind to
you
an
may
ex-
do it.
to an extent. Cheap travel's not the worst. It's just being more conscientious of like what you're spending on. Like a buddy of mine, I tell him that he needs to be more careful about his spending, but he'll like just drop like 2 grand on dinner, and I'm like, you're crazy.
Well, 2 grand is a lot. You do drop
The what?
200.
You cut out again.
I said 2 grand is a lot. Our most expensive dinner ever was probably like 500 in Chicago, and when we ordered Wagyu at a steakhouse. dinner is like probably about 200.
Yeah, if you add
So
wine, if you add wine and whatnot.
yeah, and Kimmy we typically have a couple leftover. There's at least one. So we split the cost, but we also split the food. So obviously I eat more. So I eat enough to be full, and she'll take it home.
Not bad. I have no idea what I'm doing in this card game that it's having me play. I may or may not have read the instructions.
And I hate when games have their own card games. Like, if I wanted to play a card game, I'd be playing a card game.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is. No, I want this whale to go on top of this thing. Fine, you can attack. Whatever the fuck it. I don't understand this card game. Send help.
I'd say Google it, but
No, the game's relatively too new for that. But there's also a point system that exists in the game. So it's a
what's
mix.
the point system for?
So it's almost like it seems like it's almost like Magic by reading it. At least that's how it's coming across right now.
Like Magic or Hearthstone?
Almost, yeah.
Man,
Why?
I got off the boat at 8 a.m. But I'm still not home.
Well, you dropped off the one guy, right?
Well, we carpooled, so I was with my friend,
Mm-hmm.
with Noah. So we had to go to his house where I grabbed my car. And then from there, I dropped off the other guy. And then on the way home, I picked up coffee for the fiance. And then heading home. I'll pick up some tacos for me. I already ordered them, so they should just be sitting there waiting. Got some fish tacos for $2 each and shrimp taco.
Why tacos on a Monday? That seems weird to me.
Because I can.
Because I
Because I
can.
like taco.
Fair, fair.
Because they're literally in my neighborhood, so I will pull into my I eat the one, and then I'd have to find something while on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long weekend.
I don't blame you there then.
Lot of alcohol.
A lot of alcohol? I thought you cut back on drinking.
Well, I mean, I did, but
Hell, if Noah invited me, I would have come. No, I probably wouldn't
well,
have. I
Trevor French is like, I don't know, it would be $500 plus the flight. Flight would have been more for you.
yeah, it would have been a little bit expensive. Eh,
I think flights probably run you 500.
last minute flight, yeah. I think it would have been pricey. Apparently, Mitch is heading over today.
Well, I'm about to get home in a few minutes. So.
Do I want to continue playing cards? No, I don't want to continue playing cards. Fuck that.
What are you doing? Mitch comes over. What does he do these days? Working at 7-Eleven,
Sheets?
Sheets, whatever. Same thing.
Uh,
I like Sheets more, but Sheets doesn't exist around me, so I've forgotten their existence.
You're like, it doesn't exist out here. It doesn't exist at all. Um,
Exactly.
he's a manager there.
Right.
He's content from the sound of it. I asked him if he wanted to move up. He doesn't really seem like he wants to.
Interesting.
Uh,
Alright.
I asked him if he's thought about doing more with like jobs and like parks and recreation stuff,
Yeah.
and he said not really, but
Mm.
which is weird to me. But ultimately, as long as he's happy and he's making enough to get through life, then I'm not gonna complain for him. You know.
Yeah. Sure.
Devin
Sounds
has.
like you want to travel a little more than he does.
Well, he travels in different ways. He'll do like trips to different theme parks,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't mind it, but to me, theme parks are cool to check out every once in a while, but
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think we're on the same page then. I would not make my travel all about theme parks. Is he dating anyone? Is he gonna find a wife?
no, I don't. I think he's kind of opposed to it.
Opposed to dating and or a wife at all?
I don't think he's like
Makes
opposed
sense in
opposed.
life, man.
Yeah, I don't think he's opposed, but I don't think he's like actively looking.
Interesting.
I've talked to him about it, and he doesn't seem super interested in it. I mean, he works somewhere between like I think he's working about 60 hours a week, give or take. Yeah, I've never really asked him
Yeah.
like if he's content
That's no
or
worries.
what he wants to do.
Yeah, could I get a green? Yeah. Sorry, what was that last thing you said?
I was gonna say I'm as long as he's content and happy and isn't like complaining about it actively, I'm not gonna like push it. I've pushed the dating aspect for him, and there was one girl that I knew was interested, and I tried to talk to him about it, and he didn't really seem interested. So
Interesting. Well, if
I can't hear you. It transferred to your car's Bluetooth. What were you saying? Bueller. You there? I can hear you again. Yep.
I see. Alright, so I've been muted.
Yeah, I
Well,
think it connected to your
okay.
car.
Three is that wish well for him. I do wish for more for him than he apparently wishes for himself. And that it's fine. It's his life, not mine.
Hmm.
It does explain why I've never seen him and we don't talk much anymore, though. We have very different goals.
To be honest, I don't think he talks to many people that much anymore. If I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, well, I also don't really talk to Dan much. He used to be my
L-
closest gaming friend in college.
Lesh is interesting person right now. Last I talked to him, he Lesh is supposedly in electrical trade school right now.
Yeah, that's what I heard anyway. That's
Um,
last I heard. Anyway, I have gotten home.
okay. Is Kimmy already there or no?
Yeah, she's just been waiting for me.
Okay. What I was gonna say is, last time I talked to him, I invited him out when I was literally like right down the street from his apartment, and
Yeah.
he's like, no, I'm playing games with friends online. I was like, okay.
Well, to be fair, if you were in a match with me, you might think it's not like that.
Yeah, but from what I understood, it wasn't. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't judge. It was something that I asked him in advance for.
Oh, you told him in advance that you'd be doing something near him that you'd like to spend time. And
Yeah.
I mean, I would definitely. We would say we were busy. Yeah. That's rude.
Yeah. He's like, we'll see. I'm like, okay.
We'll see. Nah, I'm in a game with friends. Okay.
Yeah. Like me and Devin still talk quite a bit.
Yeah.
Devin has his newborn baby.
Nice.
Uh,
Congratulations, of course. I think I've told him. Maybe not.
yeah, I think so. Um, he dropped down his work schedule, but is still making decent money.
Nice.
Um, I
Does
don't
his wife
remember.
work?
Yeah, his wife just went back to working. That's why he dropped his schedule.
Oh,
Although, from
making ends meet.
what I understand is it's more just to get her going slash not be on parent duty all the time,
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's fair.
so she doesn't have like
Well,
resentment. All right,
doing good, dude.
you talk to Kibia and hang out with her. I'll talk to you later.
Will do.
It's good
Sounds good.
talking to you.
Peace.
Bye.
Tell Kimmy say hi.
Yes, definitely do. Right. Have fun. Sad. I is sad.